What's up, my dear friends of the world? Paul the trombonist here. In this video, we're going to talk about the big secret to mastering music. So don't go anywhere. How do you master music? Well, the big secret about it is there really is no secret about it. It's pretty simple. When you learn to master the language that you speak, I assume that you know English because you're watching me right now and are understanding what I'm saying. If not, then that's kind of an interesting thing as well. But let's just say English. You learn to speak English by learning the alphabet associated with that language, which are your ABCs, correct? Well, in music, it's so similar. It's an identical formula, except it's actually even more simple than learning a spoken language because we're only dealing with the alphabet of 12. 12 major scales, okay? So in order to be able to do anything in this art form of music, in Western music that is, that's music that's derived from the major scale, you need to actually master the major scale. And you're doing yourself a huge disservice by not knowing your major scales. And you need to know your major scales so well that if somebody were to say, what is the sixth note of D major, you could say B. If someone were to say, what is the third note of E flat major, you could say G. And you say it so instinctively that there is no delay between the moment you process the answer to the moment that the person asked you that question. And then you go to your instrument and you're able to play them like that. That's how you know it. So how do you unlock this? We unlock this by learning our major scales up and down, but we also unlock this by playing with the tonality of these major scales by using certain patterns that unlock more muscle memory. So when it comes time for musical situations, these particular movements are very intuitive to you because you will see them in a melodic form. If you were to analyze and look at all of the music in the world, most of the most melodic music is written in stepwise motion, either going up or going down in a scalular stepwise motion fashion, or by moving in an arpeggiated manner, which is going to the 1, 3, 5, and 7th note of the major scale and different variations of those inversions. Okay? So the way we master these major scales is, one, you need to be able to rattle off the note names inside them instinctively. If you can't do that, you really have no place in doing anything else. That should be your first step. You have to get that down. You need to think about these things in your mind as you're doing other things. That's the beauty of it. Is I remembered when I was learning this stuff, I would be out with friends, I'd be in the line at grocery stores, I would be at parties with people, and in my mind I would be thinking the major scales and I would be practicing them when I wasn't on my instrument. And that's the beauty of this stuff, is you can practice it off of the instrument. So once you get that really good in your mind and you're able to know everything, there's only 12. You're only dealing with 12 that will last you a lifetime of joy being able to communicate on your instrument. It's very simple. And once you get so comfortable with that, then we start doing these patterns, okay? We start doing these patterns. And the patterns are simple. First, we just go down and up. Then you do the arpeggio inside them. Then you do that in all 12 keys. you have that totally mastered. And then you do patterns on that. Okay, you're gonna do patterns on that. The best one is 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. You keep going and you do these in all 12 keys. Then you do them in thirds, which is every other. And then also make sure you know how to do them going down, because music doesn't always go up. Melodies don't always go up. They also go down. And the reason we're doing these is we're trying to unlock the muscle memory to be able to execute these when a musical situation comes around where we have a similar types of movements going on, and then you're prepared when you are faced with these in a real musical context. That's why we do this stuff. So you get those patterns down, you're really comfortable, you know every single note where it lays in each major scale. Someone says, what is the fourth note of A major? You go D. You just know these things. It's just like so quick, okay? And you got them down. And you know all the patterns, and you know them going up, and you know them going down, and then it comes time to jamming with the tonalities. And you also know all your arpeggios and all the inversions of them. So everything's 12, okay? So then you know the arpeggios and different inversions of them. And that's when it gets real fun. And that's when you start jamming out on these things, okay? That's when you can start jamming out of them. So you can just take the tonality and you get so good at it, and then you can start to unlock it and jam out on them. And I'm just playing all the notes in A flat major because that's what I was demonstrating earlier. So then I just wanted to show you that you can start to jam out on them. And all of these different patterns that you worked out, all of these different scales that you started to implement, then all of a sudden you start to have fun with them. You start to play with the tonality. Now, if this kind of stuff interests you and you haven't seen my on-demand 30-minute presentation on the 3 secrets I discovered that helped me unlock my ability to improvise, we had it up and I was going to take it down, but some other people have been really benefiting from it, and I want you guys to benefit from it more, for the people that haven't seen it yet. So it's up for a limited more amount of time, and we don't know how long it will be up, but you can check it out. It's a 30-minute on-demand presentation about the art of improvisation. And you just click the link down below and you will discover the 3 secrets that completely changed my life about how to unlock the ability to improvise. And why is improvisation important? Improvisation, if you understand how to improvise, you have really no challenges going on in your life, like as far as music goes, because you have the freedom to compose, you have the freedom to jam out anywhere. If you get lost or get messed up, you can make up your own parts to the music. It's just truly the most free you ever feel is being able to improvise. So true mastery of this stuff and true mastery of music, I really believe, is becoming comfortable with the art of improvisation. So I invite you to check out that 30-minute on-demand presentation up for a limited time in the description. Just click the link and I'll see you on there. Oh, and yes, there is an offer at the end of it for people who want to take it to the next level. But having said that, nothing is held back on this training. You're going to be able to get results like right away. So I appreciate you guys so incredibly much. You're amazing people. And this is Paul the Trombonist, and Banana's taking a nap right now, but I do appreciate you guys so much. So let me know any questions you have in the comments. Let me know what you think about music and what questions you have about it, and I'll be sure to get to those on a future video. But I appreciate you guys so incredibly much. Take care.